Hello, today we are going to be going through lesson 2.1.3 from the CPM book. I am just going to walk through it kind of like what we would do in class, but through a video here. So I'm going to have some times where I will tell you to stop the video and think through some things on your own. So just make sure that you're ready for that. Make sure you have a pencil. Make sure that you have something to write on as well. So if you need to do that now, go and grab something and pause the video. But what this one's really looking at is focusing on what does minus mean, or really what that would mean with our algebraic expressions. So it says in this section you will look at algebraic expressions and see how they can be interpreted using an expression map. To achieve this goal, you first need to understand the different meanings of the minus symbol. So you've seen this minus symbol before, and like you've seen it in ways like this, like 5 minus 2, or when it's in front of something like negative x, and then maybe even when it's like this. So what I want you to do first, and this is going to be one of those times that I just want you to pause the video and think about it, but think about what that symbol really means. So maybe think about where you've seen it before and how you've even said it out loud. So write a list of as many things or as many ways as you can describe this symbol. So as many words that come to your mind that that symbol might mean. So pause the video, make your list, and then turn the video back on. So some different words that I would think would come to your mind. I already said one, but minus, like when you say like 3 minus 2, you've been doing that since elementary school. A negative, so when you have it in front of a number, so -4. It could also mean subtraction. So when I see that symbol, I think that's like a subtraction symbol. It could mean difference, like what's the difference between 10 and 8? It could also mean, like when you first started doing subtraction, you would say like 5 take away 2. Or it would even mean opposite. So it's like the opposite of 4. So the opposite of 4 is going to be -4. So the primary ones that we're really going to be focusing on and what that symbol means in this book and in these lessons to come would be using the word negative, subtraction. You'll also see it there. And then opposite is going to be a big one. So first thing, when we're using, so we haven't used an expression map before. So this is kind of an introduction. We've looked at algebra tiles before. We were just introduced to them in lesson 2.1.1, and we've really only focused on the positive values. So today we're going to be looking at how you can use algebra tiles to represent minus, and there's a few ways to do that. So below are several tiles with their associated values. So one thing that I do want to mention is when we're looking at these like in the ebook or when we're drawing them, we're not always going to have colors. So like the ebook or like when you're drawing them on your paper, you don't have colors to make them red or whatever color they are. So what they use is this, I don't know, kind of key, I guess you could say it, or a diagram. So when it's shaded in, so shaded in means that it's positive. And then when it's empty or white, that's going to mean it's negative. I don't know if there's a great ways to remember this. One thing that kind of helps me is I think about like, okay, when it's snowy outside, it's really cold. When it's really cold, we have negative temperatures, right? So that white one, or the ones that's not shaded in, that white one is like snow, and that would be why we have negative numbers for that. That's just kind of how I remember it. You can come up with however you want to remember it. So you can see how this is going to show value. So like this one right here, there's 5 positive unit tiles, so that has a value of 5. These ones, see how they're white? That would mean that we have a -3. Then we have 3 x's, they're positive, and then we have 2 unshaded ones, which means that it's -2y. So the other way that we can represent this without having like the red side and the colored side or the black and white is by using something called an expression map. So the expression mat is going to be a way that we can show some different equivalent expressions. So in the expression mat, a couple things to point out, we have a positive region. So everything in there is just whatever you see. And then on the bottom, we have something called the negative or opposite region. So I usually call this the opposite region because when I think about it, and I think like the opposite of 5, like I automatically am like opposite of 5. Well, that's -5. The opposite of -3. Well, that's a +3. So it's the opposite of what you see. So we're going to look at how this expression mat is going to, how it's going to work to show some different expressions. So on the screen now you see an expression mat, and it's two different ways that I can show the value of -3. So it's both of the expression mats show -3, but you can see that it looks different because the diagram on the left side uses negative tiles in the positive region. So we have 3 negatives, 1, 2, 3, in the positive region, which means it's -3. It's kind of on the top is like what you see is what you get. That's exactly what the value is. On the bottom, you have to think these are in the opposite region. So it's opposite of what you see. So it's the opposite of +3 because see how these are shaded in? So the opposite of +3 is also -3. So it's just another way that I can show that. So then let's go and let's build two different expressions for -2x. So when I'm drawing these out, I can just go and draw my little expression mat. So I'm going to do two different ways. Here's my expression mat. I'll use black just like it was a pencil. And let's say I'm doing -2x. Well, I usually start with the easiest one. And so up on top, I draw an x, and that's a negative. And this is a negative because I didn't shade them in. So this has a value of -2x. The other way that I could do it is I could put two positives in the bottom region because remember this is showing that I'm taking the opposite of what I see. So the opposite of +2x is -2x. So those are two ways that I could show that. So then let's see how we could build 3x minus -4. So I'm going to draw my two expression mats again. So positive region, negative, positive region, negative. Okay, so let's see. 3x minus -4. So I'm going to start with just putting a positive 3x. So I shade those in to get me a positive 3x. So there's my positive 3x. And then minus -4. So when I have like 3x minus -4, you can kind of see how this is saying 3x. Now I'm in the opposite region. I'm going to take the opposite of -4. So I can put 4 negatives down there. Kind of follows right along with the 3x minus -4. Or I could keep the 3 negative x's up here. So there we go, 3 x's. And then the opposite of -4 is actually +4. So I'd have 4 positives up there. So that's another way that I could show 3x minus -4. They both have the same values, but it's just a different way to display it. Now this also brings up a point here that I want to make sure you understand because we'll be doing this quite a bit. See how when I have 4 negatives in the opposite region and 4 positives up here, they're equal to the same thing. They both have a value of +4. So really what happens is if I would take this entire pile of -4s and flip them up here, it's going to be equivalent to flipping them over, and it's going to be equivalent to a +4. So when I have the opposite of -4 as I do here, if I flip them up to the top region, that's going to be equal to this group of 4. So I could say that the opposite of -4 is equal to 4 positives. That is the same thing, just written a slightly different way. Okay, so one couple more things here. So we are going to be building a few different types of representations of some expressions. So we're not going to do all of these for sake of time. I'm actually going to cross out A, and then I'm going to cross out D. So we're going to do B and C. So I want you first to pause the video, and I want you to see if you can try to find at least 2 ways that you could draw these algebra tiles on the expression mat. And then I'll go through a couple ways that may or may not be the exact same that you did. So pause the video and do B and C on a piece of paper. So here's B. Now, there's several different ways you could do this. I'm just going to come up with a way or two for this. So if I'm doing this one, I'd say it as the opposite of y minus 2, or the negative of y minus 2. So one way you could show this is just to think, okay, this right here is really saying it's in the opposite region. So I'm going to put the opposite of a positive y, just like what's in the parenthesis, and then a -2. That's one way of doing it. I could also show it like this, because I'm thinking, what is the opposite of y? The opposite of y is actually a -y. And then the opposite of -2 is actually a +2. So see, once again, when I'm taking the opposite of these group, all we're doing is flipping those tiles over and they're changing signs. And that's 2 different ways I could show that. Let's look at C. So on C, I have -y minus 3. So one way I could do this is by saying, okay, I have a -y. I'm going to put that right up on top. Here's a -y. My y's kind of look like my x's, but if I had both x's and y's, then I'd make the y's longer. But I just thought of that right now. So I have a -y minus 3. So I could go and just put it straightforward on top, -y, and then a -3, like that. Or I could go and I could make another one, and let's just say that I have a -y up here, and then I'm going to go and put the opposite of +3. So see how I can get several different ways, and these are not the only ways I could design, if you want to call it designing these expression mats. I could actually do it several different ways and flip the tiles from different regions. So the last question here, it's kind of going the other direction. So this time you are given the expression mat and you need to decide what expression is being represented. So again, I want you to pause the video and I want you to look at A, B, C, and D. These are a little quicker when you're not drawing the expression mat. And I want you to write down what you think the expression that is being shown is. So A, B, C, and D on your own. Pause the video and then turn it back on. Okay, so the answers for A, this one's pretty straightforward because it's on top. So like I've said before, it's like what you see is what you get. Well, I see 2 x's and I see a -3. So I could write it just like that, 2x minus 3. Now B, I'd say you have a couple options of how you would rate this. So it is in the negative region. So I could go and I could say it's in the negative region or the opposite region, and then put the stuff in a parenthesis that you see in the negative region. So I have a -4 plus y. Or what you could do is be like, okay, I'm taking the opposite of everything that I see. So I'm taking the opposite of that -4. So that means it's a +4. And I'm taking an opposite of that, I'm taking the opposite of that positive y, which would make it a -y. So both of these things I just wrote are equivalent, just a different way of writing it. On C, I could go and just say, okay, on the top I have 3x, And then in the opposite region, I'm going to put what I see. I see a negative xy, and I see a positive 2. Or you could go and you could say, all right, I have 3 x's on top. And then if I look at what is the opposite of in that bottom region, well, the opposite of that negative xy would be a positive xy. And then the opposite of these two positives would be a negative 2. So both of those would be equivalent ways of writing it. And then this last one, got a lot going on this one. We could start and say, okay, on the top I have 2 x's. I have a positive 2. I have a negative 1. And then in the opposite region, I have 3 positives. Or what you can do is, and this is going to kind of be where we start going to, see how if I have a positive 1 and a negative 1 right here, that's kind of messy, but a positive 1 and a negative 1, that's going to be 0. So those actually cancel each other out. So I can like get rid of those two. So I'd have 2 x's on top and then a positive 1. And then on the bottom, I'd have still those negative 3. Or if I want to go one step further, these negative 3 would pop up there, right? They're really equal to a negative, and a negative. And then again, look at right here, a positive and a negative, those would go away. Those would be a 0. So the simplest way I can write this is 2x minus 2. So this is really just an introduction to how I can use that negative region. I will tell you that it oftentimes takes a little bit of time to get used to it. It's kind of confusing, like we have a positive, a negative, a opposite. Like once you start doing it here and there, as we get into more of these algebra tiles, it will make a little bit more sense. Again, this is just an introduction to how we're going to use this expression mat. So we'll do a lot more work with it. So don't worry if you're still slightly confused as we get into this unit more and do more work with the algebra tiles. You will get more comfortable with it.